All right, it's time to dish with the Daily Mail, and for the latest on what's happening Hollywood-esque, we go to New York and Alicia Quarles, who's joining us live this morning. Nice to see you. It's been a little while, pre-holiday. How did things go for you?
Things were wonderful. My grandmother turned 90, so I was in LA. We did a Roaring Twenties party. It was just wonderful. How were your breaks?
We were good. We had a week off here between Christmas and New Year's, and it took some time to ourselves, and we're back and ready to start a new year. So here we go.
Let's do it.
Well, the Golden Globes will not be part of our annual tradition as we kick off 2022. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking to myself, essentially the controversy over a lack of diversity has undermined the Golden Globes. I mean, at this point, what is the point of even having it?
There's not really a big point. So the Golden Globes are voted on by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, and there was so much backlash these last couple of years because there was pretty much no diversity at Hollywood Foreign Press, and that actually resulted, obviously, in who won. You know, who you're voting for. You tend to vote for people that look like you. So last year they tried to revamp it and added 15 minorities, but celebrities are saying not so fast, Scarlett Johansson being one of them. They're saying we're not going to this award show. So then it was going to be live streamed on Sunday, but now it was just announced that's not even happening. Celebs don't want to go, and it's not going to be broadcast. They're just going to have a ceremony where select members come.
So the most fascinating thing about it will be who actually decides to show up and why.
Exactly, and I guarantee you celebrities will not be showing up. It'll be journalists like us who are actually on the board for, the Hollywood Foreign Press.
Interesting. All right, so that'll be something to follow up with coming up. Let's talk about this. So Janet Jackson, who has really tried to maintain a certain level of privacy, coming out with a documentary film, as I understand it, and there's some concern from Justin Timberlake and his folks about what this could reveal going back to Nipplegate and the Super Bowl halftime show 2003-ish. Have we not learned everything we need to know about this? Like, really, what could be at play here, do you think, Alicia?
We really haven't learned everything because Janet really has never spoken about it. And yes, this happened so long ago, as you said, 2003, 2004. But I think she felt empowered to speak about it because if you look at the documentary Framing Britney Spears that was released very recently in New York Times, everybody came after Justin saying, wait a minute, this whole time we went after Britney, we should have come after you. And that opened up a lot of questions about this Nipplegate. He went on to apologize to Britney and also to Janet, but it's time that she actually had her say. Now, sources are saying Justin was going to put out new music, but now he's waiting because he's afraid of even more backlash based on what Janet says. And the first part of this documentary airs January 28th.
Is there no latitude of forgiveness, though, for something that happened almost 20 years ago with a young man who started out right from a small town in the South and was a Mouseketeer and then went on to the boy band thing? I mean, he had fame at a young age. He was a young man. I mean, he's acknowledged he made mistakes. I'm just kind of wondering how far this all goes.
I mean, I agree with you. I said at least we'd be judged on our worst day, especially as a young man. But the difference is, Ron, he's had almost 20 years with both of these women where he could have come out and publicly apologized. He publicly dissed them. He publicly distanced himself. At no point did he ever apologize until he was called to the table.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He understands respecting women. Remember, Janet's career was sidelined for a long time. Wouldn't play her music videos. She had to issue an apology. She was shut down.
That's right. I remember there was a double standard, without question. Without question, along gender lines, there was a double standard there. So it will be interesting to see as adults how all of this coalesces and how they deal with it. So Janet obviously is controlling this narrative. She's giving access. It's sort of like Tina Turner's husband being the executive producer of her documentary Tina. And what are we expecting to learn about her, do you think?
Well, we also know that she talks about her brother, Michael, and all of those sexual abuse allegations. And in the clip, we see that she says she was guilty by association. So it has you wondering, is she going to actually condemn her brother? Because that's a loaded statement.
Guilty by association. So in other words,
with Janet being a mom.
Yeah, is she acknowledging that she had some knowledge of something and did nothing?
I don't know, but it was the best super tease ever because it certainly has all of us talking, and they've kept the documentary, the screeners, very, very tight. But to even hear her say that, the Jackson family, they don't speak about each other at all. So to me, that was like, whoa.
Yeah. One final question. When does it release and where can we see it? Do we know?
Yes, the first part releases on January 28th. It's a several-part series, and it's going to be on A&E. So this is definitely going to be much watch TV. Excuse me.
All right, and much to talk about as well. Alicia, nice to see you. I'm glad you had a good holiday. Happy
Missed you
birthday to your grandmother, 90 years old. What a milestone. Love that.
I want to know more about Janet Jackson's son too. It was like she had this baby at 50, and then we never.
That's right. He would be 5 years old now. Yeah.
So I'm curious if that.
And again, maintaining some level of privacy for as long as she has, I think, only piques interest in people tuning in to see this documentary on what her life is really like.
Coming up, we